Summer reading. Of all the classifications of literature, the only one distinguished by season is summer reading. Why is that? Do you really care? I thought not. Nevertheless, I have put a good deal of work into this essay, and you had better darn well pay attention. The phrase summer reading seemingly reeks of literary permissiveness. Many readers interpret this to mean they can read anything they please between May and September. Not so. A set of rules governs summer reading, and the consequences of ignoring them can be serious. For example, a man was arrested recently for reading Proust's Remembrance of Things Past on a public beach while naked. If you have any sense, you leave Proust in the library where he belongs. Now for the rules. First of all, books containing any of the following disqualify themselves as summer reading. Ideas. Nothing so provokes disgust in a summer reader as suddenly coming upon ideas in a seemingly innocent book. That is why my own books are so often recommended for summer reading. An idea occasionally will creep into something I write, but usually I catch it before the book goes to press. An editor once found a small idea in one of my stories and nearly suffered an infarction. "Listen, McManus," he snarled, "we pay you to write, not think." Thinking and summer reading are incompatible. If the book has caused either you or the author any thought, then it is probably regular reading and not fit for summer consumption. Socially redeeming qualities. I'm reading a book right now in which medieval monks are being murdered by someone or something. At first I thought this in itself might be a socially redeeming quality, but apparently it isn't. Although this book does contain some ideas, the author had the decency to introduce them with Latin phrases so they can be easily recognized and thus skipped over. Several times I've caught myself almost thinking while reading the book, so I doubt I would recommend it for summer reading. Self-improvement. Summer is the time of degeneration, if not degeneracy. We readers of summer have no interest in improving our minds, bodies, sex, children, pets, lawns, manners, mileage, etc. We are loath to read anything that might improve us in any way. Generally, we prefer summer books that leave us a little bit worse for having read them. Dust jacket blurbs. The perfect summer book lacks even one dust jacket blurb. This means that reviewers could not find a single favorable thing to say about the book. Also, any book containing blurbs with the words sensitive, intelligent, or brilliant should instantly be rejected. Blurbs containing the words gross, disgusting, insipid, and truly rotten suggest the books might make good summer reading, but they are hard to find. Any summer reading book should contain one or more of the following. Sharks. If a shark doesn't show up someplace in a book, it's probably not worth summer reading. I just finished a police action novel in which the villain gets eaten by a shark in the final chapter. I thought it was great. My wife tried to read the book, but she said she thought it would have been better if the author had been eaten by a shark in the first chapter. She lacks the necessary credentials of a summer reader, however, and her judgment can't be trusted in these matters. Illicit sex. Combine sharks and illicit sex, and you have a darn good summer read. The sex scenes should not be too graphic, of course. Otherwise, they are offensive, or, worse yet, fall into the category of self-improvement. Murder. A murder or two should occur early in the book, unless a shark is present, in which case a minor character can be eaten. By early, I mean no later than the first half of the second page. Gorky Park opens with 3 murders on the first page, which is about the maximum number you can expect in that limited space. The murders should be tastefully done, preferably in the manner of the early British mystery writers. They should also be fairly tidy and conventional. Summer readers don't like their victims turning up as pot roasts or that sort of thing. Cardboard characters. Nothing ruins a good summer reading book faster than well-rounded, complex characters. They slow the action. The plot sits there idling while the hero ponders some moral dilemma. There should be no moral dilemmas in summer fiction. If the hero must ponder, he should ponder sharks, illicit sex, or the villain. Ideally, he will ponder nothing and get on with his pursuit of one of the above. Now, that pretty well sums up summer reading. Now hop to it. Summer doesn't last forever, and before you know it, we'll be back reading the heavy thinkers, Fyodor Dostoevsky, Herman Melville, Sigmund Freud, Shirley MacLaine,